Off the island and win $250,000.
Now, I don't know about my mates. They might be uptight and tense, but I'm gonna calm my adrenaline down, and I'm gonna work on my mojo, because today, it's on like a chicken bone.
Here are your maps. One for you, one for you, and one for you.
I'm gonna definitely go all out, try to do absolutely everything in my power to be able to win this money, and then I can go laughing all the way back to Beantown.
So castaways, if you're ready, set.
On the map it says where our shovel will be located, and it would be in one of the huts.
First I'm in the right hut. Then I don't look hard enough for the shovel, so I go to another hut, which completely wasted my time. I'm looking. Then I look up at the door, and there's my shovel sitting right above the door. So I grab the shovel, and I make my way to Voodoo Village. Then I go back to the hut that I started in, and just nothing started right for me in this race today. I know that I'm going to need to get a big lead coming out of Gilligan's Village, but there's a few things about starting a fire that I'm not very confident about. As soon as I found that shovel, I ran my butt off. And then I realized, pace yourself, because you're going to get the box out, and everyone still has to start this fire. And that's going to be the most time-consuming thing.
When I come around that corner and went through that gate in Voodoo Village and saw Gilligan Shawn shoveling that box out, I knew I had to get busy. The young pup is on the trail. I gotta smoke him. I gotta go with it.
When I got to Voodoo Village, the guys were digging their boxes. I started digging. I was having a hard time, man, digging this thing.
Next thing I know, Skipper Charlie already has his box out of the ground. So I just went from first place to second place. My morale has sort of just plummeted a bit.
I still have time. It takes forever to light a fire. I know this because we did that on our first competition.
I opened that box and I realized they had some kind of kerosene in there, so I took some kerosene and sprinkled it over some of the straw.
Finally, I'm able to hoist the box out of the dirt so I can get down to the beach and start my fire. Skipper Charlie is now in the lead, and I'm thinking, if this guy starts the fire anytime soon, I am doomed.
The guys are already done with their boxes, and I'm digging and digging and digging. I'm digging to China at this point.
I get down to the beach, Skipper Charlie's working on his, so I'm thinking, okay, I still got a fighting chance. He doesn't have his fire lit yet. All right, it's go time. So I'm still trying to start my fire. At this point, I'm using a battery and a little piece of steel wool, trying to get it to catch.
I found 2 matches, then I took the paper and stuff and put it on top of the kerosene, then I found the striker. And once I found the striker, I hit it, and when that straw lit, it was on like a chicken bone.
I look over to see where Skipper Charlie is. Skipper Charlie's not at his fire pit. Skipper Charlie's already halfway to the raft. And the only thing that can save me right now is a gust of wind or a splash of water to put his fire out. So I'm digging and digging and digging, and then I hear, "Watch out!"
No. I thought there's no way that yell means that Charlie has lit a fire. It's impossible that anybody can light a fire that fast.
Skipper Charlie is halfway to the raft. Can't even get my fire to start. So what I'm thinking right now is, Professor Tai, where are you, man? I need some divine intervention. I need you to save me.
Whatever at this point.
Watch out! Watch out! I put that torch up there by that box, and I grabbed them flares, and I went crazy. I went plumb crazy. Over here! Rescue me! And I fired them flares up, the prettiest orange I ever seen come popping out of them things. And I heard that chopper. I've never heard a chopper sound so sweet in all my life.
When I see Skipper Charlie jumping up and down with those flares in his hand, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it is all over.
Watch out!
And finally, when I get the stupid box out and I run through the gates, I see Charlie standing on the platform. I could not believe it.
When that chopper come down close, that's the prettiest thing. Telling me, come on, baby, come get in the chopper.
Erica and I are standing on the beach, and it's a pretty crappy feeling. Money's gone, I'm dirty, I'm tired.
Yeah, Charlie! Out of all 14 of us, he had the best attitude out of everybody. Charlie never once complained about anything. Not one bug bite, not one ration, not one thing, ever. He loved every second of this, and the fact that he won was beautiful. Don't forget about us, Charlie!
Right now! I'll be back! I love you!
We love you, Charlie!
It's a funny thing when a person gets almost 50 years old, they think their book's kind of winding down. But after this experience on this island, looks like I got to go for another 50 years because it's a whole new world for me now. I'll never forget this. I'll never regret anything. And I think it's one of the most wonderful things that's ever happened to me. Watch out!